Okay, one more. See if I can do this without yawning. Giving back to God. This could be interesting. 1 Chronicles 29. Everything comes from you, and we have given you only what comes from your hand. Giving back to God. One year, the leaders of our congregation invited us to give gifts in addition to our regular weekly offerings to build a new gymnasium, a space we could use to minister to the families in our community. Okay. One year, the leaders of our congregation invited us to give gifts in addition to our regular weekly offerings to build a new gymnasium, a space we could use to minister to the families in our community. After prayerfully considering the medical expenses caused by living with a disability, I asked my husband, "Are you sure we can do this?" He nodded. "We're not giving God anything that's not already His," he said. "He'll provide all we need." And he did. Over a decade later, our church family still has the privilege of serving Jesus by serving people in that facility. In 1 Chronicles 29, King David showed the leaders of Israel his commitment to support his son Solomon as his God-chosen successor and the builder of the temple. Everyone followed suit, gave willingly, and rejoiced. David praised God and declared that everything in heaven and earth belonged to him. He prayed, "Lord our God, all this abundance that we have provided for building you a temple for your holy name comes from your hand, and all of it belongs to you." As we consider all God has done and given to us, specifically the gift of a personal relationship with Jesus, we can express our worship and show our gratitude and love by simply giving back to God, the giver of all good things. How does acknowledging that all things belong to God change the way you view giving? How can expressing your gratitude through giving change you? Loving God, thank you for being a generous and faithful provider. I got an issue with this one. But to build a new gymnasium, a space we could use to minister to families. I guess I'm not real big on the physical church building because of things like this. But if it brings a group together and they, brings them closer and all that, and maybe gets the community involved, that's fine. But a lot of times these churches do all kinds of wild stuff and raise money for this and raise money for that. We're going to do this, that, and the other thing. And I think a lot of it's for naught. There's so many churches that do it. I'm sure they're having some sort of success. But you can see so many churches where it's just they're so built on raising funds for this thing and that thing, and I don't know. I got a problem with that. Anyhow, that's me. Love you. God bless.